everyone. Welcome to Great Bridge High School here on Sports Beat 40. I'm Richie Babb along with Frank Lapoli and Mickey Irving. We're here to see the Western Branch Bruins take on the Great Bridge Wildcats. And these two teams, of course, are no strangers to each other, Frank. But the last time the Great Bridge lost to a team from the state of Virginia was the Western Branch Bruins, and how long ago?
Oh, it's 1990. It was 3 years ago. But before that, Great Bridge had a 24-match winning streak. Great Bridge has only lost one match in the last 5 years to a Virginia team, and it was Western Branch. Some of those guys are on this team tonight, so they know what it's about. But the most important thing here, this is the two undefeated teams in the district. This is for the district championship. It means a lot. There's a lot of pride. There will be some surprises tonight.
Mickey, speaking of surprises, you had a chance to talk to Coach Mike Hall from Western Branch.
He's going to go right at him. We did catch up with Coach Hall, and this is what he had to say about the big match against the Wildcats tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, we're real happy to be here tonight. We've got a young team, and we're starting freshmen and two freshmen and two sophomores tonight. So we're just going to take it to them. You know, they've got a great team, and you know we expect to do as well as we possibly can. And you never really know. And wrestling is not like football or basketball. It's always one move will do it, and we've got some really tough kids, and you know, we're looking for the best right now.
The big news tonight, though, Brett Thompson moves up to go against Mark Strickland. It's a bit of a surprise, but that's what's going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what, Frank, it sounds like a big surprise. Brett Thompson moving up to wrestle Strickland, but you're not convinced?
Something stinks here. I don't believe it. I don't believe it, not me. You know, remember, this is a chess match. We've seen it before. Western Branch is a master of the chess game. When they walk out on that mat, hey, if they do, it'll be a great match. But until that happens, anything can be done. Guys could go up or down.
Well, you had a chance to talk to Coach Stevie Martin before the match earlier today.
I did that. I asked him what the key matches are, and this is what he had to say.
We're planning on going after them in every weight. I think it's possible to win each weight, every weight in the dual meet. We're looking for a sweep. That's what we're looking for. That's what we like to. Whether or not it happens is another thing, but that's our goal.
What do you see as the key matches tonight?
12's a big match for us. With Darnell really needs to beat Viola, and Viola's kind of on a roll right now, and Darnell's had a couple close matches. That's a key match. 45, Thompson's bumped up to wrestle Strickland, so that's like more a bragging rights type match, because Thompson thinks he can beat him at 45, and Thompson will drop back down to 40 for the rest of the year. And really, there's only key matchups because their 89-pounder didn't make the cut grade-wise and that Guth against him would have been a good match, but those two weights are close. And Turner, you know, against Easton at 52, that's a key match there. So we're looking forward to wrestling Western Branch. You know, there's always good rivalries there.
This is one of the main events in Tidewater sports, the Great Bridge Western Branch match. Always a big one for the district title. Frank and Richie are over at the table. Let's go there now.
Hello, everyone. Here we are at Great Bridge High School. I'm Richie Babb along with Frank Lapoli, Mickey Irving, and the whole ACC 40 staff here for yet another in a continuing series of wrestling matches here on Sports Beat 40 tonight. The Great Bridge Wildcats take on the Western Branch Bruins, Frank, for what really you could say is a district championship.
Oh, it's no doubt. It's that time. This is one of the matches I always get real excited about. The district championship right here. Great Bridge against Western Branch, and believe me, there's no love lost between these two guys. There's a lot of big matches. I think we're going to see it right off the bat at 112 with Viola and Darnell. Sean Darnell, Viola ranked number 1 at 112. Darnell ranked number 3. 22-1 for Viola. Darnell is 18-6. That's going to be fireworks, two cats in a bag right from the get-go.
And a couple other matches like that. Of course, Chris Viola been at Western Branch a couple years. We've seen him wrestle before. Another big one. Kevin Turner at 130, not a bad wrestler. We've seen him before, but the other Turner at 152 taking on Carlos Easton. That's Wendell Turner from Western Branch and Carlos Easton from Great Bridge. Here's a list of our ranked wrestlers. You see Sean Darnell ranked number 1. Chris Viola ranked number 1 from Western Branch. We wrestled the number 3 guy, Shane Darnell.
Right, Carl Perry right there. Saw that big match last week against Aaron Beatson, ranked number 2. Brian Jones ranked number 1. Look, this is like a who's who. Everybody's number 1 or number 2. except for Darnell. And then there's Thompson from Western Branch, ranked number 1. But there might be some surprises because talk is they might be moving him up against Strickland.
Speaking of Strickland, here we are right here at 145. Mark Strickland ranked number 1 in the area. He's 24-0. Wendell Turner, who won't be at 145. But at any rate, Wendell Turner.
Don't be surprised if they wrestle each other. Don't be surprised.
All right,
say it again.
You'll say it again. I got you. Well, your point's well taken. 152, Carlos Eason ranked number 1. Jamie Kelly at 160 of Great Bridge, number 1. Tony Hall at 189, although
that's a scratch.
That's a scratch. He won't. He's not eligible to wrestle tonight.
Yeah.
So even though he was ranked number 3, we won't see him. And of course, Jason Edmondson, the number 1 ranked heavyweight in the area, coming in from Great Bridge High School.
There's all the seniors. Look at all those guys. It's like you're sending the whole team out. And I think 3 of the cheerleaders was with them too. So all the seniors went out. I think that's a touch of class. I kind of like that. You know, we got the cheerleaders from Western Branch here right in front of us. They're all cheering away. We got a great view, great sight. And here we go. The top 10 right here. The wrestling area top 10. Great Bridge, number 1. Kempsville, number 2. Green Run, number 3. Salem, number 4. Western Branch in the number 5 spot. And here we go with a takedown. It didn't take long for Darnell. It's Sean Darnell. There's that lift, trying to get a Turk. He's doing it right by keeping his legs together. You see that? He had his legs up in the air. That's how you counter it. You keep your legs up so they can't step through and get the Turk on you.
So far as motivation or team morale is concerned, how important is it to win big at 103?
Well, it's 3 or 12. I mean, if they win big at 3 and they come and Western Branch comes right back at 12 and wins, well, the momentum's changed. You know, you're only good as your last win. Even if they put a string of them together, it's, you know, how they let them go. And if Darnell's going to cut them loose, they're going to want that. Remember, the bonus points. We talk about it all year long, trying to get that superior major decision, technical fall. And there's a beautiful little high crotch duck under there. Nice outside step.
3 takedowns in just over a minute for Sean Darnell.
Well, they're going to probably see another one.
Score is 6-2.
I see Coach Martin's looking his dapper way again today. He's been inspirational to me. I've got a tie.
I see that. That's amazing. You look sharp too, Frank, by the way.
No problem. My wife helped me out, picked all the clothes out.
Oh, that's nice.
You did good tonight, Debbie. There's that little one-on-one. See that? See, that's all pressure. The guy can't get his hips up because all the pressure's forward on his head. See? And controlling his hips.
18 seconds to go in the first period. Darnell having a little trouble with his headgear, but he doesn't care.
I don't know. Ooh. And it looks like the ref just kind of, it's wrestling, buddy. That's what they're out there for.
Yeah, that's right.
It's not patty cake. It's a good overhead shot. You see, we've got a good crowd here.
I like that. It's not patty cake, folks. Just not. That's the end of the first period. The score ends, the first period ends with a 6-2 score in favor of Darnell on 6 takedowns against 2 escapes for Butler. And Darnell, you could say, having his way.
Pretty much having his way, indeed. I'd like to thank Tidewater Amateur Sports for doing a nice feature on us recently.
Yeah.
And I know they're on our same network, and in Cox. So, Philly, you're doing a great job. We appreciate what you've done, and we look forward to doing some more things for you.
And Darnell starts off with a reversal here for 2 points.
He's going after that technical fall. He's got 2 periods left to do it. 8-3 is the score. Good shot. Let's see if we can. Got a good camera angle, kind of sweep single. Watch his head come up on the hip. Nope. He's going to go out the back door with it. There you go.
That'll do it every time.
Great Bridge is real technicians. Remember, Great Bridge has only lost 1 time in the last 4 years to a Virginia school. Probably a little bit longer than that. I'd probably say more like 5 years. 1 match in 5 years.
$10-4, the score right now in Darnell's favor. under a minute to go in the second period. The time's just flying.
Nice little high crotch, but Butler kind of blocked him off with his hips. Now this is the great equalizer if he can score it. I don't think he's going to. The cradle, trying to throw a cradle on him. Head's out of position. See, it's way up there on the back, and Darnell's got his leg. So that's not really going to get anything out of it.
Neither wrestler really in control here. 19 seconds to go in the second.
He scores.
I think I heard Coach Martin say something.
12-4. It's to see Coach Martin do the gorilla shake over there. Gotta loosen up. Gotta loosen up. You know, doing the old gorilla shake.
Not ashamed. I tell you what, one thing about wrestling, Frank, it's not like baseball. There are no signals. You yell what you want him to do, and so the other guy knows what you're going to do. It doesn't matter whether or not he can like it.
That's not true about signals. Everybody's got their own little mode. You know, I had them. Coach Martin's got his. You know, try to mix them up. I had one where I grabbed my belt, put my thumb up. You know, thumb up, grab the belt. That meant stand up, grab his wrist, run around, and don't go anywhere. Because if you get away, the guy might take you down.
Right.
If you're winning, why do you want to get away? You know, just
right.
the different signals. Coach Martin had the gorilla shake right there. The quiver. Little pressure. I'm surprised that Darnell's not 12-4. He's got plenty of time to score more takedowns. And Butler just isn't making the type of mistakes that would go to his back. So if Great Bridge is going to score any extra points here, they need to cut him loose and go for the takedowns.
Because he was doing that quite successfully.
Yeah, quite successfully. And it's just, you know, it may work eventually. Now he's going to lift for a Turk, but he's did it right. You see how he put his legs together? So he's doing everything correct on trying to just basically stay off his back. You know what? And if he doesn't get pinned and doesn't lose by technical fall, look at this. Big step, didn't do it. Then you got to call it a moral victory for Western Branch.
Darnell, I really don't understand why he's not going for the takedown. He's had 5.
Well, they're in a bonus situation. They're going to score 14 points right now.
Right.
Western Branch, Great Bridge, if this match ended right now, they got a 4-point lead. 8-point lead. Nice camera angle. It basically says it all right there. All the pressure's forward. Got a rear crotch on him, pulling his hips down.
Only 9 seconds left in the match.
They hear Coach Martin saying they're going to rotate to the front. See, rotate to the front, try to pick up a Turk. Going to go around the waist and try to pick up the knee, try to perk up a Turk. Hey, if Western Branch get an escape here, the momentum is going to be in Western Branch's favor. There's a little switch. That's not going to work. 3 seconds to go. See, there he is driving to try to Turk. See it?
Yeah. Well, Coach Smith said don't let him score, and he didn't. And that's going to make the score here 12-4 in favor of Sean Darnell, which will give Great Bridge 14 points.
If you're coming in from the kitchen, or if anybody's out in the hall, go get them because you want to watch this match from start to finish. Number 1 against number 3. You could see this match in the regional and state finals very easily. Viola's got that go after you pro. Nice slip, high crotch. Viola uses some loose hips, gets right off of it. Blocking him off. Watch him come off of that. Viola's a good counter shooter. He kind of blocks you off. Kind of reminds you like a Joe Frazier as the boxing. There's Coach Martin, a dapper kind of guy right there. See if he can do the gorilla shake here between periods.
I think Mickey Irvin might be considering a gorilla shake a little later.
Yeah, I know. A gorilla shake there's no bananas in that. Okay, there's a little high crotch.
He probably won't do it then.
Yeah, right there he goes, trying to get a butt drag on him. See, he's pulling his butt forward. Darnell faces him. Oh, this is going to be a great match. It's early, and these guys are throwing a lot of firepower at each other. A little snap. snap down. They're kind of close. He's going to shoot him out of bounds. Really not in a position to score there.
1 minute to go in the first period.
And
No score.
I drove up to the match. People were lined up out the door into the parking lot,
I tell
and
you
they're
what,
still coming in.
7 o'clock, I didn't think it was going to be that many people here, but it's turned out to be quite a crowd.
Oh, there it is. Darnell in on a single. Watch him. He's going to try to get his wrist if he can do it, a big step over. Nobody's got anything. They kind of both got the same thing. Oh, good move. Now he's got to take him to the mat. There's no takedown yet. No takedown. Not yet. Nothing. Because he's got his leg.
Right.
Good flurry here. And there's the takedown. There's the takedown. There's the takedown. I don't know what they did give it. They did score the takedown. Scores 2-0. The little tilt. 1, 2. There it is, the back points. 3, 4. Nope. Got him 3.
That'll be good.
Got a 5 count.
That'll be
That's big. That's a big lead in a match like this. 5-0 is a lot of points. Stevie Davidson out on the mat. And Harper Donahue, the head official for the Southeastern Referees Association. Oh, could get it right back. No, there's a reversal. And if he slips to a cradle, I think they get 1, 2, 3, kind of 4, kind of a quick 5. I mean, he's got him decked. He's going to pin him.
Plenty of time, 1:38.
Change it to a cradle. Now, remember what we said about how important is it to win the first match?
Right.
But they didn't win it in an impressive style.
Right.
So the momentum's now in Western Branch's corner.
Right. There's 3 more near fall points for Viola. That'll make the score 10-0.
10-0. I didn't expect it to be like this, but they were all big moves.
Right.
They were 2 big moves, 5 and 5. It didn't was like it was a 2 and a 3 and a 1. He hit him on 2 big moves. 10 points.
Right. Hello, injury timeout. I think Darnell may be having a little trouble with his nose.
See, the Great Bridge has got the cat over in the corner. It's the stuffed cat.
You gotta love that. A real wildcat. You know, you don't see those too much.
It's a real wildcat?
Yeah, it's a real wildcat. Somebody killed hunting or something, and they stuffed it. It's real.
It's real.
Yeah, promise. It's dead, but it's real.
Thought that was a class they taught here, taxidermy or something here.
No, no. That's
They got an announcer, they got a stuffed cat, and they got an announcer that moderates the match, just like in the Virginia Duels. It's
They have
great.
music. They have
music. They have cheerleaders. They have banners all over the place. And it's a first-class match here. Good crowd here.
Oh yeah.
Viola and he loves it because he's winning 10-0.
That's right.
The score is 4-0 in favor of
Great Bridge.
Great Bridge. Viola on top. Watch him to try to do a little lift and try him to do a Turk ride. Viola is tough. Now here's his lift, and he kind of caught him. Tried to do a little standing roll, but didn't get it. Nothing. Nobody got anything out of him. Nope. Everybody's down. Viola's on top. He's not one to kind of cut you loose. He's not really afraid. He's a tough guy, Viola.
Right.
He's a little tough guy. You know, he was an animal, he'd be a bulldog. You know?
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think he'd be a bulldog. A little stand, just kind of stay. See, a lot of guys cut you loose. They're afraid of that roll. He's just hanging right in there. He's got a lead. He's got a 10-0 lead, and he's just gonna got a hold of you, and he's not gonna let you go. Now we're in the second period. 21 seconds to go. 10-0 to lead. So there's Western Branch bringing the match back to a tie. I don't think he's got the Turk. He missed it.
Gosh, I tell you what, the way Thompson was going, I expected him to get a technical fall here before it was all over with.
Right. Viola, he's got a cross wrist, cross elbow. So now he'll take bottom in the third period.
Oh, we still have a whole period to go here.
Hey,
so a technical fall is still possible.
Hey, the way he got 10 points on 2 moves.
Right.
5 and 5.
Right.
So, and he's back on top again. So that kind of...
Coach Mike Hall there with Ray Pine,
right.
who is the in the sweater. He's the athletic director at Western Branch.
Former state champ. A little lift. And here's Viola coming right back on top. There's lift. Now he's going to try. Now he's got to get him the way he wants him. No, that's.
It's big for Darnell.
See how Darnell kind of how Viola just kind of like lifted him up. See, he did the old put the legs together. You know, to counter it. And Viola goes, okay.
I'll put
I just keep you up here for a while, right?
That's right.
Viola, nice single, blocked the shoulder. Now he's in position. Let's see, watch his foot. Oh, nice jab. Jabbed him straight back. Now he's in good position there, laced. Let's see if he's got to bring his other hand through and lace him. They're out of bounds.
12-1 the score right now.
So he's got 11-point lead.
After that series. So he's really just a few points away with a minute 13 from a technical fall.
The way that Viola's looked tonight, I'd almost think of them cutting him loose so he can take him down some more. Because he could get caught in a roll.
Speaking of which,
no.
It looked like it for a minute. In fact, the referee even wanted to award.
No, it's a little too soon there with those guys. Now, but Viola's up, so now he's back to his 10-point lead. Remember, Viola scored on big points all night long. They should score there, right? Right. So that makes the score 15-3, 12-point lead. You know, if I was a newspaper writer and I had to write a headline on this match, I would say that Viola just got his steam up early in the match and just rolled right over Darnell. Just has taken it to him. He got big base hits right off the bat, put a couple of triples on the scoreboard, boom, and he was right in there.
And Darnell unable to score any points until the third period.
Right. It's tough to come back when you score such in a tight match like this. He scored all his matches in lumps. 5 and 5. Big moves. It's kind of trying to get in a little cheapy tilt here. Darnell's just kind of Viola's kind of beat him to the punch the entire match. 2 seconds to go. Hey, the score's tied.
Yep.
4-4, now's the team score.
Hey, boy, I tell you what.
Now the 119, Terry Peppers.
Terry Peppers coming up at 119 for Western Branch, taking on Carl Perry.
Great name, Terry Peppers. I love
you like that.
name.
You like that, huh?
Yeah, it's like he can, put the salt to him, Perry ranked number 2. Peppers looks pretty good coming out after him.
They really look a lot alike so far as their physical structure is concerned.
What year is Peppers?
I'm not sure.
Just the cheerleaders to straighten us out on that. He's a junior. Peppers is a junior. Thanks, girls.
You know, being intelligent, Frank, is not knowing all the answers, but knowing where to find.
Hey, and we got a bunch of them.
You got it.
Oh. So it's a junior against a 9th grader. You got to say you like the junior, but this isn't in any usual 9th grader here coming into the match with a 22-2 record.
Right. Under a minute in the first, neither wrestler able to score. And neither, well, forget that. .45 seconds now in the first. Perry able to get Peppers' left leg. He's going to have to be better than that to score any points. Neither wrestler was in control now, therefore unable to award any points. Stalemate called by the official. So we'll go back to where we started. Just 17 seconds in the first. And that's the end of the first period.
I tell you, this is great. This is great for Western Branch. 0-0,
Yeah, it really is.
keeping it close. They keep it close. Pepper's in a position to win.
Kind of dull though, really. First period, kind of dull.
There's something going on here with Great Bridge. I'll comment on it later in the matches, which would be a concern.
Okay.
If I was, looking at, they've had a tough year. Great Bridge has had a very, very tough year. They've met the challenge. They've had to been up. Everybody is up for Great Bridge. Everybody on their schedule.
Yeah, that's
true. They can't sneak up on anybody. They're nationally ranked. They're 6th to 7th in the nation. I mean, it's been a lot of pressure on them all year. And it's been a tough road to hoe. And, it's a long year. So, like I said, we'll talk about that later on in the match to see how a few of these matches look. But here's Perry been in a lot of big matches. And Peppers, who hasn't, is hanging right with them.
There's a stall warning for Peppers. Still no points as we're just about halfway through the second period.
That's how he's got to take him right to the mat. They'll hit him with the stalling right now. That's a good move. Lift, ankle. He's got to take him to the mat. That's it. Now hit Peppers for stalling.
That'll be 1 point right there. And in a match like this has been so far, Frank, that 1 point can mean a lot.
Yeah, it will. And the reason they hit him with stalling, they hit him for stalling is because you have to take him to the mat. And even though he attempted to do it, he didn't do it. I mean, it was like he didn't pick the right moves to take him to the mat. And he can sit back. And that's right. Now there's good sit. Now they're both in good position here. It's Perry's going to watch his foot. Watch that foot. Not the other, you can't see, it's the other foot. That one way on the far side. Now Perry's now in better position now. And it's stepping over the ankle now. That's what's going to score it. When he steps over this knee, see that foot? He's met the criteria because he stepped over the foot, and they probably are scoring a score. Oh, he didn't do it.
Couldn't keep it.
That's the key.
And there's the 2 reversal points for Perry. That'll make the score 3-0 in his favor with only 4 seconds to go in the second period. Some of the Great Bridge fans yelling they think that Peppers may be stalling still. Let's go over to Mickey Irving, who has a Great Bridge wrestler, a Western Branch wrestler over there. Mickey?
Here with Chris Viola, got the big win to tie it up at 4. Did you think you were going to be able to score 15 points in that match?
I didn't know what to think. I just go in, try to wrestle, and score what you score.
Man puts 15 points on the board. That's why he's ranked number 1. He's a man you're going to keep your eye on, Frank. Back to you guys.
Thanks. Viola really doesn't seem to have all his wits about him. Seems to be a little preoccupied watching what's going on.
Hey, he wanted to go out there and score 15 more. I told you,
I'm sure.
The guy's a bulldog. He's a tough guy. I like Viola. He's tough.
Oh, definitely.
And he had it in him. Oh. If Viola was a bulldog, he would have buried the bone and come up and dug it up later and chawed on her some more.
That's right.
And there's Perry. Now watch, Perry's in a potential cradle position, but Peppers is in a spladle. Boy, would that be a dramatic way to end the match. That would be a pin for Western Branch if he got him in a spladle. 3-0.
Minute 22 to go into third. Stalemate call.
And Peppers is where he needs to be. He's on bottom, a reversal, and back points would win it for him. Escaping a takedown would tie it, would put it into overtime. There's that step over the knee. He's got to move off of that. Now he's got a little bar on him, and now he's going to try to tilt him back. He's up on the shoulder, though. Got his wrist there on the far side. That's why he can't brace out.
Under a minute to go in the third. Perry trying to add to his 3-0 lead. And he will get some back points here. It looks like 3 back points for him.
It makes it 6-0. That hurt. That hurt right then.
Yeah.
There's a lift. Lift.
So the freshmen looking pretty good for a win here.
Yeah, this is kind of falling more in the way that they're expecting. But he's got to move off that ankle. Perry's got to come off that ankle. They kind of block that knee and then catch it to the outside. It's not fun to be caught in it, I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Smarts. Mickey's back with us. Mickey, I tell you what, Viola, short on words, but look at that stern look in his eye.
He means all business. He said, "Yeah, we'll talk." And I told him what I was gonna ask him before the match, and he said, "I just went out there and did it." So I guess that's what he wanted the people to know.
I said, you know, he had that bulldog look. You know, if Darnell was a bone, he would have buried him and come back and dug him up later and chewed on him some more.
Tell you what, for a guy at 112. He looks a lot more when you're standing by. I'm going to stay away from him, Frank.
He's tough. I tell you what, he was looking at you. He want to take you down.
That's what I was getting ready to say. I think he wants some of you, man.
Really. Kostick and Lucas.
Minute 54 to go down first.
No.
2 takedown points for Kostick. Not wasting any time.
In 8 seconds. That was an 8-second takedown.
Not wasting any time. And there's an escape for Lucas. Scorekeeper be busy this match.
Yeah, he'd be busy on this because Lucas has got to slow the tempo of the match down. I mean, in a match like this, it's like you expect Great Bridge to do everything. So anything that happens positive for Western Branch is going to give their team a little shot in the arm.
Right. There are 2 takedown points for Kostick. 2 more takedown points. That'll make it 4-1. And now going to try to pick up a few back points.
And it just doesn't look any better for Western Branch. You got Shannon Baines coming up, ranked number 2 in the area.
Right.
And then Howell, who they're inserting at 140 to replace Thompson. Thompson has weighed in at 145, but expect some trickery and buffoonery to happen at 145.
Okay.
I'll tell you that right now.
All right, I'm waiting. 2 back points for Carl Perry. Or I'm sorry, that's Lavisha Kostick. That'll make it 6-1.
15 seconds.
Kostick is pretty well having his way with Andy Lucas.
And there are 3 more near fall points. Boy, it's 9-1 at the end of the first period. I told you the scorekeeper was going to be a little busy this time.
Kostick chooses down to begin the second period.
Frank, the more you see of Kostick, what do you think of Kostick's technique?
He's tough and he stays after you. You know, he's going to place in the state, no question about it. You know, good technique. Look at that, just popped right up. He does things right. Is when he gets in trouble, he's like when he got caught from Cox, the guy just kind of caught him, slithered into it, kind of a sleazy little move. He did a good job with it and caught him and decked him. But I think you're going to see Kostick a place in the region and go on to the state and be in the top, being a top 6 in the state. He just does things right. He out-hustles you is what he does.
There's 2 reversal points for Kostick. It's 11-1. Give him a 10-point lead.
Well, he's doing a few things right on this one.
Yeah, I tell you what, wouldn't be surprised to see a near fall here. Are we keeping you up, Frank?
Well, it's called a technical fall,
What did I say?
a near fall.
I'm sorry.
He needs a near fall to get a technical.
Right, he needs. That's right. In fact, and that's what he's trying to get right here. Some of those
That's right.
near fall
Got a
points.
near fall right here, one.
Well, Frank, you need to come up with for a nickname for Kostick.
I'm thinking of it right now. We got one for Viola, the bulldog.
Right, the bulldog.
Yes,
I like
that's
that. The
pretty
pit
good.
bull. I guess a pit bull's even better, huh? He is like a little pit bull. I like that. Kostick is.
I gave him a tough
Let me
one.
think on that. The compactor. I don't know. Maybe he has that thing. Kostick the compactor. He's kind of he's kind of bunched up. He's got that big
I'll tell you
chest
what.
on him, you know. He goes in there and kind of smashes you and bashes you around. Good technique.
If he scores many more points, we're going to have to call him Michael Jordan.
Right.
Oh.
Really?
Or Wilt.
Richie's got a.
No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I don't. I was confused.
You were kind of thinking of a dog yourself, right?
Yeah, some kind of dog, maybe.
Okay.
He's a little bit too small to be a greyhound.
No. I like the compactor.
Yeah, do you? Okay. I can see
What's that
that.
stuff you put the leaves in? It kind of smunches you.
A mulcher.
You know,
No, kind of. Yeah, it's a
Hey,
compact.
I wouldn't know. I'm in the landscaping business.
Yeah. What do I know about leaves?
What is that?
11-1 to score.
Brian Miller and Danny DeReese in attendance here tonight from Kempsville.
Danny DeReese, I believe they're filming as well. I saw him coming
Well,
over
I
the
tell you
camera.
what, Kempsville has got some new life, and that's something I'm going to talk about later on when we get towards the later part of the match. Is Kempsville went on to win the district championship, and they're going to wrestle Great Bridge if Great Bridge gets there, which I'm sure that they will, in the regional semifinals. So we'll have the Kempsville Great Bridge rematch in the semifinals, and Great Bridge thinks West Kempsville thinks they got a shot, and if certain matches had gone their way, they could have beaten Great Bridge.
Well, I'm going to say this, Frank. They were here because I was going to go talk to them, but I think they've seen enough, and they've decided to leave. Brian Miller and
he's
Danny
probably out
DeReese
getting a Coca-Cola. These are his buddies. He's going to watch. He's going to see Strickland. He wants to watch Strickland wrestle. He's out here somewhere. And that would be a great interview if we can find him.
Some near fall points here. Looks like he'll get 3. And if he does, that'll make it 16 to 2. And there the points are awarded.
3 more back points for Kostick.
And that'll make it 16 to 2, getting pretty close to that technical fall.
It's a neat gym. I like all these banners around.
You like that?
Oh yeah. You know, last television show we were talking about that banner that Richie was part of. Mickey was.
That's
part
right,
of it.
78. They kind of hide it behind the backboard over there, but I know it's there, Frank.
I know. Didn't spill one drop of water.
That's right. I had the best seat in the house.
Those of us
There's
that,
a front headlock, right? A front headlock that rolls up, and there it is. It's 18 to 3.
18 to 3, and that's it.
He knew. He said, hey, wake up, refs. Technical fall for the compactor. Labisha Kostick. I like that. Kind
You
of
like the compactor? Yeah, it does.
works with that. The compactor.
Compactor, yeah. That's going to make the score 12 to 4 in Great Bridge's favor. And we're headed to 130 to see Kevin Turner take on Brian Jones. Brian Jones, the #1 ranked wrestler at 130 in the Tidewater area.
Jones isn't wasting any time. He didn't score an 8-second takedown, though.
Nope, too late for that.
Scored a 10-second.
He did get a 10-second takedown, however.
Here's a lift. Oops, spin. Got a claw on him. See that thing up on the shoulder? It's called a claw. Oh, just pulled the claw right to his back. Got to get inside the crotch.
Back points and more.
Well, he's still scoring at a furious pace here.
Yep.
It's not going to last long.
No, I don't think so either.
You're out in the hall. Come on back.
Come in from the refrigerator, folks.
That's true. Don't go nowhere. Just kind of look over at the TV. He's going to change it to an inside cradle. Watch this. Lock his hands. You don't get out of inside cradles. Oh, he missed it.
Plenty of time for Brian Jones to do what he's going to do. The technician, Brian Jones.
That's right. Won our contest.
That's right.
The technician, the compactor, the technician, the pit bull. We got them all right here. There's it. Here it is. 48 seconds. He's got them.
Great Bridge fans are getting up.
You can't bridge out of this.
And there it is.
There it is. Maybe we get a chance. We'll show that on a replay, how he slipped into that inside cradle. 18-4. I think the floodgates have just opened.
Yeah, I tell you what, because Shannon Baines coming up against Brian Luster here at 135.
Brian Luster and Shannon Baines for the Wildcats.
Watch him pull his elbow. See that? Got his elbow. Watch him. We'll just pull it straight up in the air. Whoop. There it is. Now reach up for a cradle. Watch this. It's gonna bait him. Now he's gonna lift his head up. Outside step. Try to lift for a Turk. Didn't get it.
Takedown for Baines.
18-4, the team score right now, Frank.
They will escape the Luster.
Front headlock. And lift and Turk.
Oh!
And I tell you what, he hit that right over there with the inside cradle, and he lifted it up.
Plenty of time, minute 12 for him to do what he's going to do. Definitely going to get some near fall points.
You'll see it right there. See the back points? Now he's going to watch him. He'll grab his foot.
Well,
he'll grab his foot. If you can see right over here, right over on this point right here, he's
right at the official's leg, you mean?
The official's anyway. There it is, right there, and missed it. Watch his foot. There it goes. His foot goes back, and you'll see
Brian Luster with his hands full, Frank.
Right.
36 seconds to go. It's 4-1.
30 seconds.
23 seconds. Shannon Baines doing all the work, but only a 3-point lead.
It's a great shot. This shot is so good, the newspaper guys are taking a picture.
I know.
I love it. That's real. That shows you how good our camera guys are. Now watch, he's going to try to sit up and take it into a headlock.
And that's the end of the first period. He will get 3 near fall points. Shannon Baines will. That'll make it 7-1. Let's go over now to Mickey Irving. Mickey?
Here with Labicha, who just had the big win. Do you have any idea you're going to be able to put that many points on the board? It's going to be that easy?
Well, I mean, I didn't really know what to expect because I never wrestled that kid before, but this is our last home match ever as a team. These guys mean a lot to me, and we look kind of flat, and I thought I'd go out there and try to open it up and get things going for us one last time.
So there you go.
Did that. Last home match for the seniors, Labicha, a big spark so far tonight. Back to you guys.
Well, he did say that it's looking a little flat.
Yeah. Looking a little flat.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Kim Sills up in the stands. I think the real challenge for Great Bridge is themselves. For late in the year to bring things around.
There's an escape point for Luster. You know, it's interesting, Frank. If we look back at the last 3 matches, the last 4 matches, the only points that Western Branch has been able to score has been on escapes. How about that? The last 4 matches, if they scored any, it was clearly on escape.
Oh, look at that, stacking him right up.
I tell you, that's the first time I've ever heard a wrestler, when I was talking to Kostick, say, hey, I thought we needed a spark, and I know I needed to score a lot of points, and he really went out there and did it, and Brian Jones just added to that. Wildcats on a roll right now, Mr. Babb.
Sure thing, 11-2. And, of course, Baines will be happy with, you know, a major decision here or technical fall, but I'd like to have a pin better.
Really, like that. Now, he's got to slip over into this. But these guys, you know, now Western Branch is, in all fairness to Western Branch, they have been devastated by sickness.
Ineligibility.
Ineligibility. They do not have the same team they put out on the match early in the year. And for something on the positive side, this is a very young, basically a very young squad Western Branch is putting out on the mat. Now, the good news is that these guys are getting experience against one of the best teams in the country right now, and down the road that'll help them.
That's the end of the second period. 13-2 is the score. Baines with the lead going into the third period. With an 11-point lead.
I know where they're sitting.
And Baines will start off on the bottom.
13-2. It's caution on top.
No, that was a caution on Baines.
On Baines on bottom, he kind of pushed back, huh? There's that little crazy cradle. Yep, he got away.
There's the 2 reversal points for Baines. He's racking them up. That'll make it 15-2. And Frank, I think you put it quite well when you said the floodgates seem to be opening.
They're opening. They're opening, and we've got an exciting announcement for you of our new contest coming up a little later in the match.
Oh.
After.
As Ed McMahon would say, I did not know that.
Right. Something new. And we'll talk about it again at the end of the match. We'll remind you, but something neat. You know, I know you see us having a lot of fun here, but we want to try to involve some of you out there that have been supporting us and get you involved in the act.
Oh, there's a surprise. 3 near fall points for Baines, but then 2 reversal points for Luster.
No, he's got to get his balance. He's settled. He's settled, but watch her. It's who's hit. It's got to kick over. (20-6).
Baines finally reverses 26 is their score. 25 seconds to go in the match.
$13 seconds. Couldn't keep up with all the scoring going on then, Frank.
26-6. I tell you, that'd have been something. Would that have brought this place to life if he had got a fall in?
That'll make the final score 20-6 in favor of Baines. You just like Great Bridge more every minute, don't you? Free drinks now?
I like to stay impartial.
So that makes the team score right now 23-4 in favor of the Wildcats.
Well, this is where the changes are going to happen right now.
So what we're seeing here is Jason Howell of Western Branch taking on John Donato of Great Bridge.
Donato going for his second straight TV win.
And I don't want to say that Brett Thompson is automatically a much better wrestler than Donato, but Donato's got to be glad that he's not wrestling a guy that came in second in the state last year.
Not necessarily. The way that the tenacity this Great Bridge guys have, right now, Donato's got his hands full right now with
Howell. Well, that's true.
With
Howell.
With Howell, but he knows he's going to wrestle him later on, and he probably I would think that he's disappointed. I mean, you prepare yourself all week for a guy and your emotions high, and that's who you want to wrestle. It's almost like an emotional letdown.
Right. Touche.
Great Bridge guys, they like to wrestle with you. They don't back around. They don't switch the lineups around. They just come right at you. Nice snap.
2 points for Donato. That seemed kind of quick. Maybe not.
Not to Donano, it didn't.
No. Western Branch fans not really happy about that 2-point takedown.
No. Well, I hope they're not happy about it.
Wow.
Tell you. Ooh, did you hear that?
Yeah,
These guys
I did
are
hear
getting
that. That's what
hostile
I'm saying.
back here. Open up your eyes. There's 2 of them out there, so it's 4 eyes that need to be open.
That's right.
And what they do is they got one referee, that's Timmy Davidson out there,
There's a stall warning on Donano.
and Harper Donahue. One's the referee, and the other one's the mat assistant, and these guys take turns. And if you can see, they'll stay opposite each other. They mirror each other.
Donano seems to be a little shaken up, like he hit the funny bone or something. He did have a rib cage muscle problem, if you remember last week after the Cox match. He told us about that, but it doesn't seem to be bothering him at all.
There's a lift. You got to see if he keeps his legs together. He got the Turk in there, though. Nope, missed it. 2-0. It's still close, and that's good for Western Branch.
Team score not really close. 23-4.
I would pretty well say this match is just about it. This match is, for all technical reasons, over. Now again, remember the national rankings will come into play because Great Bridge has had a lot of shutouts. They've had 5 shutouts, 5 or 6 shutouts, and they need to score a lot of points to go up in the national rankings. They have to beat everybody decisively. Jefferson Township is for an update for you. They're still ranked #1 in the country, and you saw that match right here on ACC 40.
Well, the first period ends with 2-0 lead for Donano. There's the Terminator.
There's the Terminator.
Donano with a 2-0.
Just did a story on him. You might have seen it on Tidewater Amateur Sports.
And that was the Professor.
The Professor. I like
Carlos
that.
Eason.
Yeah, the Professor. Very good.
Got a lot of negative comments about that before the match, though.
What, the Professor?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. The fans are gonna have to send the cards and letters in if they don't like it, because I'm gonna
I
use
like
it
that.
until then.
I like that. Rather an astute kind of guy. The Professor. Where's Ginger and Gilligan?
Well, the Professor figured out how to get back, but he could only fit one.
Himself.
That's right.
That's right.
Tried to get Ginger on, but
That's true.
she didn't want to pay the fare.
Trying to cut him back. Donamo pretty well. It's 4-0, but the match isn't as close as the score is.
Frank, tell me, now we talked about technique before. What do you think about Donano's technique?
He fits in that pit bull category. He just keeps coming after you, which is good for him, but, his style, but, but the problem is he walks into a lot of stuff. He's been pinned a few times, and it's not that more or less the guys were superior. They just kind of got him being a little more over, just like that. Look at that.
You're welcome for that setup, Frank.
He's a little over aggressive.
Frank, why don't you just say something like, Richie's going to win the lottery or something?
Frank, is it maybe a case of a little inexperience, not getting the actual mat time until
Scores
now?
5-4. No, just being just a little over aggressive, and he just comes after you. That's it. That's it. And when he gets himself in more trouble than guys get him in. 5-4. Second period. See, but it's too early in the match for Western Branch to hang on. I believe Donamo will come back and score some more points. See, just a technique thing at this point. Donamo, I believe, has been in bigger matches, and his technique's a little more sounder.
Some of the Great Bridge fans asking for
I think that was a point myself, but I don't think we can bring it back on the replay, but our angle looked like he had it. If it decides the match, we'll maybe have a look at it.
Maybe. 2, 1.
Now he's got to take him to the mat, remember? That's good. Third period, take down.
That's the end of the second period. 5-4 the score in favor of Jason Howell.
And he's winning. Howell's winning only through one move.
Right.
A step over.
Right.
Here's
Okay, we do have that escape on replay, Frank.
There it is. Let's see with the cut. Oh, good angle.
I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not.
Now remember, the rule is the hand if it's in the center of the back. That was away from us. That's probably what he was looking at. Now he did get escape. So it's
make it 6-4. There's a stall warning against Howell.
Boy, the intensity level.
Now watch Dynamo to cut on the afterburners. Go right after him. He takes another step back, though. He'll hit him. Oh. Remember, 2 points only ties it and puts Hal on the bottom.
Right.
Remember the Beatson Perry match.
Yep.
I tell you, the best thing that could happen to Hal is he gets taken down and escapes with 1 second to go. The getting hit for a penalty point won't work for him. Now they're both in the center. They can't say that he's stalling. Now when he backs him out, little half shot. Got him go under, try to get the leg. Nope, didn't get it. Now they got a little step, 45 seconds. That's where he wants to be.
There's 2 takedown points right there for Dynamo. That'll tie it up. 6-6, 34 seconds. And what you said is what he needs is to get taken down and escape with just 1 or 2 seconds left. Let's see if that's the case.
Yeah, but then the stalling. Remember the stalling. Could put it back in overtime. They're
Dynano's going to cut him loose.
That's right, though. He's right to do that. Because now he can control the point.
Right.
Now he can control the point. Remember, he's been warned for stalling. He needs to take a shot. Front headlock him right there. Little half shot. The refs, they're looking at each other. They've nodded to each other. They go back. Watch for a stall point right here. He backs up.
22 seconds.
20
seconds.
Right here. There it is. I told you.
There it is right there. 1 point awarded to Dynamo on the stalling penalty. And that'll tie it up again at 7. Now takedown wins.
Right, Dynamo will win it.
9 seconds. Howell trying to get out of bounds because Dynamo definitely has his
No, out of bounds. He's out of bounds.
Oh, and the 2 takedown points are awarded right at the buzzer. Unbelievable. And that'll make it 9-7.
We need to see that again on the replay.
Oh my gosh.
It's the toes. The rule says the toes.
Let's
see if we can get the guys to follow up on that. See if we can get there. There it is. Let's see if we can get.
It's Coach Stevie Martin in there, Ray Pond, the athletic director, Mike Hall, the head coach. The blue shirt right there is Chris Smith.
Let's see if we can get the replay on that. Here it comes. Here comes the replay. Watch his knee. We got to get a different angle. He can't tell from there. See his knee and his toes.
They look like it's. You say the rule says his toes?
Well, the rule says his toes.
Right.
But his also says his supporting points. His supporting points could have been his knee, which means he was out of bounds. So.
Tell you what, controversy. But here we go, Frank. You didn't think it would happen.
It is.
But here's Brett Thompson at 145, moved up just to wrestle Mark Strickland. Brett Thompson, number 2 in the state last year.
Number 1 against number 1.
Thompson, number 1 at 140. Strickland, number 1 at 145. Number 1 in the state, taking on number 2 in the state from last year. This is what it's all about.
Right here, it's what it's all about, gang. Now, you know what the neat thing about this?
What's that?
Thompson has beaten Strickland before.
Many moons ago.
Hey,
Hey,
he knows what it's like. He's not intimidated by him.
Oh, baby, this is a good
These
one.
are just two
Yeah.
guys out in the backyard having fun, baby. Roll up the sleeves and let's get down. This is a real rumble here. Oh, nice low shot. Nice low shot. Got a lift. Got a lift. Remember a couple things here.
okay.
Strickland hasn't been pushed in 2 years.
Right,
Hasn't been in a close match in 2 years.
right.
So, if Thompson can keep the match close, the Terminator is going to have a tough road to hoe. Now, the weight got to be in the Terminator's favor.
Right.
They both weigh the same thing, but the Terminator came out from a higher weight. Oh, what a great move. You're going to see these guys, no matter who wins, get a standing ovation right now, and we're just in the first period. They could get a standing ovation between each period.
Yes, they could.
Now watch. Both guys are in position to score here. Terminator. Strickland, number 1. Thompson, number 1. Their records are
Two points for Strickland there.
Strickland's record is 24-0. Thompson's record is 22-1.
At
Combination of record of 46-1 this year.
How about that?
Second in the state against first in the state.
Well, the first period ends with Strickland having a 2-0 lead. And so far, a moral victory of sorts that Thompson's been able to keep it this close.
Well, one thing we've seen is that Thompson is not intimidated. The size doesn't mean anything. Strickland hasn't been able to come out and roll right over him like he's done with everybody else.
Right.
And
Tell you what,
This
Western
is
Branch
great.
badly in need of some points. They haven't scored a team point since 103.
I think that last match was definitely
Nail in the
could have
coffin.
gone it right. Now, why did they move him up a weight class?
I don't know.
Well, I have my own theory about that, and we'll talk about that at the next match.
Okay. I'll be interested to hear that. Minute 25, still 2-0, Strickland's favor. Unable to get Thompson over on his back.
And as soon as this match is over, we're going to divulge our new contest, which is, I know you're dying to hear
Did
about.
you know we had a new contest?
Just now found out.
Hey, me too. Oh, I found out I knew about 5 minutes before you.
But you don't know what it is.
No, that's right, I don't.
Can we win?
You guys are already winners.
Hey, thanks.
I didn't know that.
Well, sure, we get to work with Frank
That's right.
That's right.
and his dapper self.
Hey, I feel dapper tonight.
48 seconds to go, 2-0.
And my wife did a great job. Oh!
Yes, you did.
She did. Come on, let's get him one. Let's keep it close. Let's have a good match here for the Terminator. Ooh. I tell you the other thing that could happen in a match like this. Somebody could get pinned.
Yeah.
I mean, which says nothing about either guy's
No.
ability, but the way to beat a good guy is pin him.
Right.
But sometimes it's easier to pin him than it is to beat him.
Right.
Because you got to score a lot of points to beat him, and you only have to hold him down for a second or two.
Right. 18 seconds. Strickland knows he's got his hands full here. He's
He
sucking,
does that.
sucking a little wind.
He's being pushed to the limit, and that sometimes, you know, emotionally is a drain for you.
Right.
But they're both putting it out. Now watch Strickland rotate to the front, try to pick up a Turk.
The chances are good that Thompson has not been in a lot of close matches either in his weight
Well,
class.
that's a good point, too.
Well, he's been in a lot more closer matches than Strickland has, I'll say that. It's a little different when you're going after somebody and you've got you're a good athlete, than when
That's
you're
the
up
end of-
there waiting for the guy to come up.
That's the end of the second period. Still 2-0, no points scored.
But see, the thing about that, though, that was Thompson's chance to get an escape or get a reversal.
Right.
Now he's on top, trying to turn the Terminator. Now that's a tough task.
Not an enviable position.
Not an enviable position. Number one wrestles, number one. These probably are the most likely, the odds-on favorite to be the two state champs this year. Now let's see if Strickland can even be ridden, because he hasn't been held down.
Right.
He has either pinned or technical falled everyone he's wrestled the entire year. No one has gotten through the match. No one.
How about that?
22 matches that have ended before they were supposed to.
There's a stall warning for Strickland.
He said what? He thought he was...
Yeah.
He did. He's talking to the referee.
What? You can see Thompson's no respect. Remember, he's beat him before.
The Western Branch fans want that stall.
Yeah, they do.
60 seconds.
There it is.
To a minute.
Now remember, let's talk about Thompson's riding ability. Remember in the state meet? Blanket rode.
All right.
Blanket rode the whole time. Wrote the book on blanket rides. And then got too high. Look at this. He's got too high and got rolled.
Yeah, you're right.
He's one of the best blanket ride wrestlers I've ever seen in high school, ever.
Pretty strong
He's
statement.
on the mat right now. See that? Right on. Ankle. Wait. Watch him throw the legs in if he gets a chance. That's what he needs to do.
Oh.
They'll stop the match with his foot stamp. There's a pinch. Pinch. Great blanket ride. Great blanket ride. Tell you what, he blanket rides Strickland. He can blanket ride everybody.
Yeah, you're right.
Look, he's going to turn him. He's going to turn him.
15 seconds. You better hurry up.
He's got him.
Potentially dangerous hold.
Thompson not too happy about that.
I tell you what, I'm going to stand up and applaud for these guys. Great match. There it is. Throw a cradle at him. Got to bump his hips.
5.
Got to bump his hips. Bump
2,
his hips.
1. That's it. Strickland with a
Great match.
2-0 victory. Team score 29-4.
Strickland goes immediately to the wrestling room where he'll work out. Likes to work out immediately after the matches.
Didn't waste any time getting out of there. And here we are at 152. Wendell Turner from Western Branch taking on Carlos Eason of Great Bridge. And you're seeing another number 1 versus number 2 situation. Carlos Eason ranked number 1 in the area. Wendell Turner ranked number 2. Team score 29-4.
Boy, I can hear the fans are getting rowdy over that last one there. But I tell you what, that was a great match. And right here, we got another great one on our hands.
Carlos Eason with a 2-point takedown right there, like there's any other kind.
Really?
Well, but interestingly enough, we were just saying, here's a number 1 versus number 2 situation.
Right. Eason record is 24-1, and Wendell Turner. Oh, look at this. Wendell Turner undefeated. 22-0, I believe.
Carlos Eason has a whole minute to work with here. Unable to get him on his back, but he does get 2 near fall points. I'll make it 4-0.
Wendell Turner 22-0. Eason 24-1. just like the other guys. 46-1 between the two of them. Well, we know one thing. This isn't going to be a 2-0 match.
Nope. Well, you got a point.
Boy, and perceptive, aren't we?
Yeah. You're a math whiz. Brett Thompson's still not real happy over there on the Western Branch.
Well,
side.
he did a great job. The Terminator did a great job. That was a great high school match. It came down to 2 points. Those guys are going to be the state champs this year.
You know, if those guys would have wrestled each other 10 times, I bet they'd each win 5.
Yeah, no question. It was, I believe the difference was is the Terminator got the takedown.
Yeah, that's right. Early, too.
Right.
3, 2, 1. That's the end of the first period.
I tell you what, talking about that last match, I mean, I've been a big fan of the way that Thompson does that blanket ride.
Right.
And when he blanket rided the Terminator,
Yeah.
I mean, that's a blanket ride.
You got that right.
And he is great. I'm going to get him to show me how to do that. I mean,
Well,
that was just great.
Well, look, how long are you going to keep us in suspense? Are you going to tell us about this new contest?
All right, this is the contest right. Well, I think in all fairness to these guys, I want you at home to think about some of the things you would ask if you were on our show. That's a tip.
Okay.
If you were on our show and like what we've done and your support, what you would say to some of the wrestlers or what you would say on camera if you had a chance to be right here with us.
Uh-oh. This sounds like a big one.
Hey, it's a big contest. And in case you forget, we'll run over it at the end of the show exactly what to do. These two guys, between them, only have lost 1 match all year and have won 46 matches. 46-1 between these two guys.
Easton gets the 2-point reversal. That'll make it 6-0. Six to 0 the score in favor of Carlos Easton.
I tell you what, Carlos is making this thing look easy, and Turner is a tough guy.
Yeah, he sure is.
I mean, he's making it look real easy. He's kind of looking like Thompson is on top. Great match, the last 2 matches. Both guys did a great job. I mean, the pressure that Thompson put on Mark Strickland was
unequal in the last 2 years.
Oh yeah, I know. But and then what Strickland, only Strickland, a guy like Strickland's ability could not, get turned there. So I mean, it looked like Strickland wasn't doing anything. He was doing all he could just not to get turned.
Right.
And Thompson was doing everything he can through that crate, through an outside cradle with 10 seconds to go, and almost scored it.
Right.
So great guys. Hats off to both guys. Did a great job. I think it's going to be a great motivating factor for both guys. And
yeah, I'm sure you're right about that.
Really.
11 seconds to go in the second.
Strickland may say, well, God, I had a bad match. No, he didn't have a bad match. He did a great job. He got a takedown against a great wrestler. And that was all it took.
And the fans love that, Frank.
Oh, they love it.
But what's the point? I mean, he didn't get any points for it.
That's right.
6-0 the score going into the third period. Carlos Easton didn't score any in the second.
In that last match, the fans were screaming maybe that Strickland could have hit Stalin. Actually, if he had been hit, it wouldn't have made any difference in the match. The score would have been 2-1 because he was bracing so he couldn't get pinned.
Right. And it worked.
It worked. Hey, can't get decked. That's part of it too. Pin or get pinned.
People all over the gym just call him for stalling now. They don't really care.
The Well, they've had some matches to scream about tonight. At 112,
Oh, they sure have.
Strickland, and then some of that match at
You know,
with
this has been-
Dynamo.
this has been much more exciting than the 29-4 score would indicate.
Oh yeah, right. Much more.
And Wendell Turner with his little cheering section behind us.
Wendell is not in real good shape here, losing 6-0. Now, let me tell you what I think about
Okay.
this moving the guys up.
Okay.
You know, and I think that was apparently a good move. You know, Thompson had beaten Strickland before. Okay, it doesn't mean anything if he wins or loses.
Right.
Okay? If Wendell, who's undefeated, okay, has got to wrestle Strickland later.
Right.
Strickland's not going to be an easy guy to beat.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So why do you wrestle him now when literally this match doesn't mean anything? They're going to wrestle in the district finals. They're probably going to wrestle in the regional finals.
Right.
And there's a chance they could wrestle in the state finals.
Right.
You're not going to beat a guy like Mark Strickland 3 times.
Right.
You're just not. It's just not going to happen.
Right.
You know. So hey, you move him up. If he wins against Eason, fine. If he loses against Eason, that's okay too. And that's what you do. I mean, you kind of avoid the confrontation at this
Right.
early in the stage.
Right.
Yeah, and what it did do for Thompson, it gave Thompson a tremendous boost in confidence that, hey, he can go with anybody, and he will. I mean, he will go far. You know, hopefully he can win the state championship, and Mark will make a good show for himself too, and I'm sure that Wendell will be right in the thick of things.
Right. I'm
Pretty
sure.
diplomatic.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That's very impressive, actually. 1:06 to go in the third period. Easton with a 6-point lead. Well, coming up at 160, we'll see Shannon Ferguson, the football player from Western Branch, take on Jamie Kelly. Of course, we'll go to Mickey here shortly at the end of this match.
I thought Mickey was going to get a chance to talk to Thompson, but apparently that interview was not available.
Apparently.
Maybe we can talk to him a little later.
Now we're ready to go. Of course, Easton up 6-0, but he would mind a few more points, I'm sure.
Okay, Easton just looks super loud.
There's 2 reversal points for Wendell Turner. That'll make it 6-2. A little injury timeout. Wendell Turner's bottom lip appears to be bleeding. Ooh, whatever. I don't know what Coach Martin had to say to Carlos Easton, but it wasn't, hi, how's your mom?
And talk to
Interview with John Donato coming up
right.
at the end of this match.
John Donato got a 2-match winning streak here on TV.
Mm-hmm.
Cradle.
10 seconds.
Wendell begins to open it up. 8 seconds to go, though.
Yeah, he's
too
better
little,
hurry
too
up.
late.
Yeah.
Too little, too late.
2-1. That's it. That's the end of the third period. That'll make the final score 6-2 in favor of Carlos Easton. And Frank, since those floodgates opened, they just haven't closed despite some close matches. Now it's 32-4.
It's not over yet.
Let's go over to Mickey Irving with John Donato.
Here with John Donato and Mark Strickland. First, John, right at the very end, tell us what happened.
Oh, well, I let it get a little too close, and I had to stick it out at the end. I just went in for an ankle shot. He was trying to chase away from me there, but I had to hold on and score at the end.
We're here with Mark, too. Mark, you wrestled him before. Was it what you expected?
Yeah, it was all I expected. He's a really tough kid, and I respect him a lot, yeah.
There you hear it from the 2 guys that just did it for Gray Bridge, Mark and John. Back to the table.
I respect him a lot.
That's a touch
that's
of
a
class
class act
from the
right
Terminator.
there.
You know,
Class
those
act.
are 2 guys that'll talk about that match, you know, years and years
Right.
and years from now.
And you know what he'll
I
say.
had that cradle on you.
That's right.
Mark will say, but you didn't get it.
That's right. Exactly.
But you didn't get it. You know,
2-1 the score right now. Jamie Kelly with takedown, and then Ferguson has the escape.
Takedown. Jamie Kelly.
Minute 13 to go. 4-1 after Kelly gets another takedown.
We're at neutral. 4-2.
4-2 the score. 2 takedowns for Kelly, 2 escapes for Shannon Ferguson. You know, Ferguson just looks like he ought to weigh a lot more than Jamie Kelly. But I guess not. Surprise, Mickey Irving has Brett Thompson. We'll be talking to him at the end of the period, about 38 seconds from now.
I tell you, Mickey Irving gets around, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He gets all over the place. Great job.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand how he didn't spill one drop of water the whole year.
I know. That's impressive, isn't it?
When he was the manager of the girls softball team. And their banners on the wall.
Yeah, that's right.
There's a little inside pride, let's see, a one-on-one right there. Forward pressure by Kelly. Kelly ranked number 1, 17-3.
That's the end of the first period. Let's go over to Mickey Irving with Brett Thompson. Mickey?
Hey, with Brett Thompson after the big match with Mark Strickland, you wrestled him before. Was it what you expected?
Well, I knew he was real tough. I mean, we've hit 3 times before in my sophomore year, and I beat him each time, so I felt pretty confident going into it. I mean, I knew he was real tough, and I thought it'd be close like it was, but I didn't know it'd come out that way.
Something to look forward to. This man's going to be out there in the States, like you said, Frank. And hey, Richie, a Braves fan. Back to you guys.
Hey, all right. He's got that Braves hat on. I know you don't understand, Frank. That's baseball, but...
Braves?
Yeah.
That guy was pretty brave.
Yeah, he was brave. That's right. That's good enough. But if I can get that much out of you, that's okay. Gosh, all of a sudden, Frank, it's 10-3.
10-3.
Where have I been?
Really? I've been saying that all last 6 months.
Hey, thanks.
All right, there it is, little one. Watch this. He's going to change. Kelly's going to change over to the far side. Can't do it. He's got to push his hips away. No, not gonna do it. Oh, it just halved him. Oh, he's got it tight. This is real tight. He's pinned. Bang.
Yep. There you go.
Classic. Got a bar and just stuck a half in. See that kind of waved at his mom over there?
Mm-hmm.
A good article in the newspaper on Kelly that, you know, he's not a real good athlete, but he makes a great mascot. And Kelly had a bar and stuck a half in and ended it real quick. That puts us at the 171-pound weight class.
P.J. Baker from Western Branch taking on Billy Allred.
Nice high crotch by Alfred. Allred, excuse me. Really nice.
Yeah, Mickey, both of those guys at 145 that time. What a couple class acts.
Really, and they both knew that it was a battle.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
They did that. Tell you what, though, I was over there getting ready to talk to Strickland, and the Darnells turned around and said, "What, no interview today?" They're like, "Frank." I told them they're on camera more than me, these Darnell guys.
Minute 13. Baker has gotten a reversal, and now he's trying to put Allred on his back.
Yeah, he doesn't have the right angle, though. Won't happen. That'll happen. You got to bring his knee up in front, though.
That's what he's going to try to do.
Didn't do it. Two to 2. You can see the score. Sport Speed 40. Okay, now I'm going to tell you guys about the contest. Are you ready?
Ready.
Okay.
If you would like to be on our show, and we're going to be pushing this over the next couple of weeks.
Tim Sproul in attendance here tonight.
He might want to be on our show.
Great Bridge graduate.
Go ahead.
And I'll keep talking about the contest and tell you about it later. Why don't you?
Oh, no, I got to go.
Jeez. you'd like to be on our show, we'd like for you to call us at the station.
Okay.
And we'll put the phone number up a little bit later, or tell you what the phone number is, which is?
547-1748.
And tell us your name, and we're going to have a drawing, and we're going to run this for about 2 weeks, and we're going to pick a couple of people to be on our show as reporters during the Southeastern District Tournament. You be one of our little reporters, we'll you can hang out with Richie and Mickey and me, and we'll give you a little assignment, some things to do, and you too can be on our great Sportscast Wrestling Tell. Isn't that a great contest?
I think that's great. I think it's great. I hope we get lots of response.
Now, only ones that excluded from this is members of the immediate family of the sports telecast. So Richie and Mickey, your mom and your sister aren't eligible. But
Dag.
And the decision of Randy, our producer, is final.
Okay.
As usual.
As usual. Right. So remember that. If you want to be on the show, call us or write us, and then we're going to have a drawing and pick a couple of people. I know some of this telecast is sometimes you see in Virginia Beach and different cities, so we may pick some people from some different cities. But
sure.
Please, we'll talk about it later. We'll cue it up on the screen for you. There's a crossface cradle. He got that.
2 back points.
Makes it 4-all here in the second period. I tell you what, this is somewhat of a surprise. Baker is taking a tied at a 4-4 over Allred. Allred has seen some action. Now he takes the lead back 6-4.
That's Allred's second reversal. Seconds to go in the second period.
Trying to look around and see if Brian Miller and Danny DeReese are still here. Tim Sproul just left. Had his, I believe it's his son with him.
Dan, so we'll...
All right, for those of you just joining us, going to take a quick match summary here. It's a new feature.
Oh, look at this. This is great. Match summary.
How about that? Don't you like that? At one wins 12-4, 15-3. Chris Viola wins at 112.
God, this is cool,
Isn't that cool? At 119, 6-0 in favor of Carl Perry. That's Carl Perry. Technical fall at 125.
This is a television first. It's
That's
never
right.
been done with
for
high school
Lavisha
wrestling.
Kostick. Then a pin at 130. That made the team score 18-4. At 135, the team score went to 23-4 with a technical fall by Shannon Baines. Then you see at 140, the score 9-7 in favor of John Donato. That made the score 26-4.
But no back points. 6-6 is the score. This is one of the best matches of the night so far. One of them. We've had some good ones.
At 145, Mark Strickland wins 2-0 to make the team score 29-4. Then 32-4 the score goes to, and Carlos Easton wins 6-2. Then at 160, a fall with 1:13 to go in the second period makes the team score 38-4, which is where it stands right now.
And at 171, the score is 6-6. It's the only one they haven't had up there so far. But that's he's got a crossface cradle. It's not over yet. I like that. Well, we'll come back to you later, and we'll do that when we do our match summary.
Right.
Yeah, that's cool, man. Just another level for ACC 40 wrestling coverage. The replay. Now the match summary.
6-6 the score right now. Both of these wrestlers, look at the intensity on their faces.
Six to 6.
36 seconds.
Oh, Stanton Granby. No, watch him reach back for the wrist. He's got to reach back for the wrist. There it is. There it is. Watch him get that wrist. That's what he's got to get to roll him. He rolled.
And there it is. No. 2 reversal points for Billy Allred. And that's going to give him the match because he's
getting
3
tied.
3 near fall points for Allred will make it 11-6.
What a great match. What a great match.
11-6, Billy Allred the winner. That'll make the team score 41-4. And again, you know, you say 41-4, but it's been a much better match than that.
Now coming up to 189, Nathan Stoner for Western Branch and Joy Goose for Great Bridge.
Nathan Stoner, the wrestler here at 189 for Western Branch. We weren't really sure which wrestler we'd see here. That means that we'll see Tony Taylor at heavyweight.
That's the question, right? That's the dad. Next to him is the coach. The coach? Yeah. Coach from Deep Creek.
127 to go in the first. No score yet. Joey Guth, the Great Bridge wrestler. Nathan Stoner, the Western Branch wrestler.
First year.
Joey Guth, just a sophomore, and he's one of the future stars here. He gets the takedown.
And this is not the normal 185-pounder. I guess you figured that already.
Yeah, this is Nathan Stoner.
Nathan Stoner, Hall is academically ineligible.
Joey Guth, just a sophomore. Look at that build. He's going to be a Studley man.
A Studley man, that's for sure. There's a nice little butt drag.
So there, that'll be an escape point for Nathan Stoner. And there's your boy,
Jason Edmondson, in his last home match.
Yeah, he came up to me, as a matter of fact, right before this started. When we were standing around talking, he said, he didn't even say hello. He said, this is my last home match.
The dumpster. Oh, the dumpster. Jason Edmondson on deck, doing his last paces here in a dual meet. I had a fan of heavyweight from another school and said, don't you ever get tired of saying the dumpster, the dumpster, the dumpster? I said, hey, he's a folk legend. What can I say?
You said no. You don't get tired of saying
I don't get tired. I kind of think it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
I never get tired of talking good about these kids, no matter who they are or who they wrestle about, because it's a wonderful thing to do.
Let's go over to Mickey Irving. Mickey?
Here with Coach Culpepper from Deep Creek. Coach, what do you think of the match so far tonight?
Exciting match. Like I said, Western Branch has had their problems, but I was really impressed with Viola at 12, did a heck of a job. And Thompson moving up to take on Strickland, he did a heck of a match. But like I said, I mean, Western Branch has had some trouble, and I think for them to hang in, they've done a good job. But that's a Great Bridge is still, looks like they're the class of the area. So, yeah, it's been a good match, though.
You hear it from the Deep Creek coaching staff. They'll be in it at the Southeastern Tournament, so stay tuned for that. Back to you guys.
Minute 53, it's still 4-1 in favor of Joey Guth. And there's two reversal points, though, for Stoner.
I got some trivia for you.
Uh-oh.
I got some trivia for you. Wait till here comes Mickey back on. Are you ready for a trivia question?
Ready for a trivia. By the way,
who beat Stephen Martin in the regional finals?
Oh, excuse me.
Culpepper.
Steve Culpepper.
Well, he took third today at Indian River. Told me to tell you that.
He did?
Yes, he did.
What?
They wrestled today and finished third.
They beat Indian River?
I don't know.
Oh, Indian River ended up third in the district.
No, that's Deep Creek.
Oh, Deep Creek.
Deep Creek.
Oh, Deep Creek. Oh.
Anyway, they wrestled today.
Okay, so Indian River ends up third in the district then.
There you go.
There you go.
It's 5-3 in favor of Joey Guth here at 189.
Well, now I'm confused. No, Deep Creek finished third.
Right.
Deep Creek, you're the one that's telling us. You're confusing us, and we're letting you stay confused.
It's not very tough.
That's right. High crotch. All right, here's the move. Ready for the rest of the second part of the trivia question? What move did Steve Culpepper use to beat Stephen Martin with?
Frank, you don't remember that.
Granby roll.
I was there. A switch. Switched him and beat him in the regional finals.
I bet Stevie Martin remembers too.
Okay, let me ask you a question. What year did you start being around Tidewater area wrestling, Peninsula, whatever?
Well, I wrestled in high school.
Oh, Here?
And I was wrestled at Norfolk.
1930 what?
1950, Norfolk Catholic High School, and I wrestled in the 70s. And I wrestled at the same time Granby was in the final days of his heyday. And I didn't wrestle till I was in 9th grade, which now is kind of an old guy. I mean, never even stepped on the mat until a 9th grader. Now these guys step on the mat when they're 9 years old, you know?
Right.
And then from there, went on to Temple University, where I coached there and got into the international wrestling and wrestled in Europe. And then went to Bethel High School in '75 and had a great group of kids, and we were fortunate enough to win the state championship my second year there. And we won the regional championships over Cox by half a point, and won the state championships over Cox and somebody else by 2.5 points. So and we won a big lead in the state championship. My we had a state champ. He had to win in the finals for us to win. The regionals, Tommy Turperville, he had to beat the defending state champion in the regionals for us to win, and he took him into overtime and beat him in the overtime. Man, and those overtimes were 3 periods.
Oh, a whole nother 3 periods?
A whole nother 3 periods.
Oh my God. The reason I ask is because it seems to me that there's nothing about wrestling in this area that you don't know.
Well, I just it's been a something I love and love being around. And,
I mean, I'm impressed. Is what I'm saying.
The wrestling family in Tidewater is a family, is a fraternity, and you see the same faces. I see the same faces over and over and over again.
Joey Guth. Every time I see Joey Guth, looks just a little bit better every time.
He sure does. He does. And he's going to continue to get better and better. What I said before about Great Bridge earlier, I said my concern is maybe that they came a long way and maybe the season was having its toll on them. They maybe weren't as sharp and as crisp, because they really weren't too sharp weren't as crisp against Kempsville. Although they won well, they weren't as crisp against Cox. But I think a lot out to that is people expect so much of them. Expect them to roll you right over your head. They're just kids.
Right.
And so I think when it comes, the cream will continue to rise to the top. And Kempsville, I think, thought maybe they saw, nice pancake. Nice pancake. Pretty shot.
If Guth gets a pin, the dumpster will go crazy.
There he's already going crazy.
He has 20 seconds.
Here's the dumpster trying to... There he is.
And he does it.
There, look at it. Follow the dumpster. We got a camera on the dumpster. Look at him. Run.
Boy, Joey Guth, I tell you.
There he goes.
Much impressed.
Jason Edmondson, they call him the dumpster.
47-4, the team score right now.
He's doing jumping jacks. He's ready to go.
At heavyweight, looks like Western Branch is going to forfeit there.
Oh, that's too bad.
Forfeit will be Jason Edmondson and Rick Reyes.
Last home match. It's too bad. Last match you want to wrestle.
53, Western Branch 4.
Well, I'll tell you what. There's a forfeit for Edmondson in the 3rd period. Or not in the 3rd period, but in the heavyweight division. 2 minutes is on the clock, but everything's over here, Mickey. At 1:03, the Bruins picked up 14 points when, actually 112, picked up 14 points when Chris Viola beat Shane Darnell to tie it at 4-4. Great Bridge opened the floodgates at 1:52, or actually, they opened the floodgates earlier than that. They opened the floodgates at 1:19, and really they never closed.
All right, and I tell you that pretty well wraps everything up here. We're going to go over the summary right here of what happened. We'll give you the match summary and tell you what happened and the way it happened and all the neat stuff. And we're going to kick over to Mickey and Richie won the final with
What do I want with
Darnell.
these?
This is 112, 103-pound weight class. Darnell over Butler, 10-4. And right now we have with us.
That made the team score, Frank, 4-0. Then at 112, Viola wins 15-3 over Shane Darnell.
I tell you what, that was a match I was real surprised with, because Viola put a bunch of big points together. And we have with us a Great Bridge assistant coach. Coach, in that match there, were you surprised at how Viola, it wasn't like 1 and 2 points, they were all big moves?
Yeah, Viola's he's real aggressive, and he has a tendency to put points together real quick. He catches you, and he'll put you right on your back. And it kind of surprised us. We thought that Shane was a little bit more prepared. Viola's a tough competitor. You can't take anything away from Chris because he's really tough. He's really wrestling well right now.
And that made the score 4-4.
That made the score 4-4. Then we went to 119. Carl Perry beat Terry Pepper 6-0, which then made the team score 7-4 in Great Bridge's favor.
I tell you what, and in that, Peppers put up a great fight with Perry and was in position a couple of times to almost pull it out.
Right. Then a technical fall for Labisha Kostic. The score there 18-3, and just a flurry of points right at the end.
Right, that
made the team score, Frank, 12-4.
It sure did. And Coach Smith, we kind of gave the Labisha a nickname, called him the Compactor, because he just seems to be being real aggressive. We talked to him after the match. He said, as a senior, you guys looked a little flat at the time, and he wanted to come right out and stoke the fire a little bit.
Yeah, Labisha, I mean, I'm going to be frank with you, he's not a real good athlete, and he's got to do everything just right. And I think he wrestled really well tonight. That's the kind of style he's got to wrestle to do well this year for us.
Then we went to Brian Jones, who had a pin over Kevin Turner at 130 with 41 seconds to go in the first period. That fall made the team score 18-4 at the end of 130.
Well, Jones just kind of put it right on him. I mean, what can you say? I mean, he was kind of a mismatch situation there.
Jones is looking good. He's going to be tough to beat this year. He's really tough.
Then at 135, Brian Luster from Western Branch took on Shannon Baines. Final score there was 18-3, and that made the team score 23-4 after that technical fall.
Again, the situation, Baines just put it on. He scored with 8 seconds into the match. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
Just boom, right off the bat. Kind of reminded me of Midwest City a few years ago.
Right.
Just take it down, put you right on your back.
Yeah, Baines is he's wrestling well right now. He had a little setback last week against Cox, but he's coming along, and he's another one that's really wrestling well.
Speaking of coming along, John Donano at 140 won 9-7 in a close match over Jason Howell, who I assume he hadn't seen before, to make the team score 26-4.
I tell you, this was a little controversy there, because right at the end of that match, there was that takedown, and I know you had some discussion about that. From the angle we had, what did they call as the supporting points? Where his toes were or where his knee was?
They called where his toes were. He had the as the takedown was awarded, I looked at the clock, there was 1 second left, so and it got kind of loud right there, and it was kind of hard to hear the buzzer, but he did have the takedown.
Well, then at 145, Brett Thompson was moved to that weight just to take on Mark Strickland. And what happened was a pretty close match. Strickland ended up winning, but only by a score of 2-0 on a takedown he had in the very first period. 29-4 became the team score at the end of Strickland's 2-0 win, and that was very interesting. We had two #1 ranked wrestlers coming from two different weights, but because Strickland won, 29-4 was a team score.
I tell you what, that was a big match. I mean, Strickland hasn't been pushed like that all year long. Well, in 2 years, hasn't been in a match this entire year that he hadn't had a pin or a technical fall.
Right. That's the fourth time Strickland has wrestled Thompson, and that's the first time he's beaten him. Brett beat him 3 times as a sophomore, and Mark was really looking forward to that match. So he looked good, Brett's a tough competitor. He's really going to be tough. If he goes back down to 40.
You got it. He's the best blanket ride I've ever seen any kid ever had, ever. Exactly. Period, bar none.
He's really tough, and like you say, I'm sure he's going to go back to 40, and he's got to be the best. He's got to be the best 40-pounder around. I mean, he is really aggressive, and he's good. Mark, he just met up with somebody. Mark wanted him bad. Like I said, that's the first time Mark's ever beaten him, and Mark was really prepared to go after him.
Yeah, and Al, unfortunately for TV, but they're not going to wrestle again. That is a situation that is just good for both guys if they get that type of competition.
Exactly. Like you said, that's the first time Mark's been pushed in about 2 years now, and it was really good for him. He knows where he needs to improve. That gave him a little bit of a test.
And that put two other big gladiators on the mat next.
Yeah, Wendell Turner from Western Branch taking on Carlos Eason, number 1 taking on number 2, not respectively. Eason ranked number 1. And Eason came out the victor there 6-2. In fact, Wendell Turner didn't score any points until the 3rd period. And the team score as a result of that went to 32-4.
Well, Carlos really looked tough. I felt like he dominated the whole match. It was 6-0. Like you say, it was about 30 seconds left in the match before Turner scored, and Carlos just totally dominated the match. And Turner's a tough competitor. He's going to give Mark a good battle when he gets back down to 45 and they meet in the district.
At 160, Shannon Ferguson from Western Branch scored 3 escape points, or forced 3 escape points. Didn't make any difference, though. Jamie Kelly pinned him with 1:13 to go in the 2nd period to take the team score up to 38-4, and the floodgates were wide open at that point.
It was just here it comes, because it was just nothing they could do.
I gotta tell you, Jamie is he's really working hard. He pinned that kid. He ran over to the bench. He put on ankle weights on each ankle and went back and did 50 wind sprints in the back of the room. And I mean, he's focused. He's ready. He realizes what it's going to take for him to do it.
Well, there was an article about Kelly in the newspaper this week about he was the mascot on a football team. And I tell you what, he says had a lot of ham. There's no hamming around with him tonight. He just really was wrestled out with a purpose.
Yeah, 170, excuse me, fellas, 171, DJ Baker from Western Branch taking on Billy Allred. Billy Allred comes out the winner, 11-6, and then the team score just keeps on piling up, Frank, 41-4 at the end of that.
Well, Billy looked good. He got a little sloppy in his legs.
Right.
We got to work on. He's just a sophomore, and he's still growing and maturing, and he's really done a fine job for us this year. He's stepped right in there. He's kind of undersized for the weight class. He only weighing about 65, not cutting any weight or anything, and he's really doing well for us.
189, Joey Guth scores a pin over Nathan Stoner in the 3rd period to make it 47-4.
Well, Joey caught him in a nice whip over.
Oh, nice.
There.
Pretty little.
Yeah, it was.
Boom.
Yeah,
he finished it up quick.
Yeah.
Looked
Kid
nice
raised up, and right there it went. So that was. Joey's really coming along. There's 2 sophomores right there at the top of our lineup, and we're going to be counting on them next year without a doubt.
And Jason Edmondson had to be a little disappointed his final dual match at home, and he gets forfeited to make the team score what it ended up, of course, after the heavyweights 53-4.
Yeah, well, he was disappointed about that. Back in the locker room, he was talking about how this was his last match in Great Bridge High School, and he was saying I never thought this would come. He said, when I was a freshman, he said I thought I'd be here forever.
Right.
And to come out and get a forfeit, I can understand Western Branch. They really don't have a heavyweight, and
right. Well,
the Dumpster, he's tough.
The Dumpster's second in the state. I tell you what, there's a lot of guys that are glad to see the Dumpster go. I tell you that right now.
Yeah, imagine.
And hey, it's just more to come. The duels are coming up, the regional duels, and you're going to have
Friday and
Saturday. And if things go, then after that we'll have the Southeastern District Tournament. So, but you've got Kempsville maybe in the 2nd round in the semifinals, and they are up for you guys. They think they saw an Achilles heel and think they've got a chance of knocking you off.
Well, Kempsville's got a very good team. They're loaded with seniors just like we are, and those guys want to win just as bad as anybody around. They're well coached. They're going to give a fight. There were some close matches when we wrestled them last time, and some of those matches go their way. We could be in trouble.
Right. Coach Chris Smith, I want to thank you for being with us tonight, and good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
The rest of the season.
All right.
I want to say that don't forget our big contest coming up.
Right.
And our contest is going to be we want you to call us or write us at the station, and then we're going to pick up a couple of people to be in the Southeastern District Tournament as one of our reporters here at the TV show.
Well, for everybody involved, Mickey Irving, Frank Lipoli, everybody that helped us out, everybody in the truck, we want to thank you for being with us here on ACC 40. We'll see you next week.